Hello everybody, it's Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. Yes, today is Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's indeed Tuesday. Yesterday was Monday, but today is Tuesday. Welcome to my video blog. It's a sludge mess here in upstate New York. Through New York specifically. Somehow, spring came and then decided to take a spring break. And we're back into the 4th or 5th of winter of New York. Everything was nice. I was looking forward to the warm weather and all that kind of stuff. Not of a sudden, yep, no more spring. Spring went on a spring break. And yeah. So I'm running again late because I was waiting to see if the people that were coming to check the smoke detectors will arrive. And they never arrived in the morning. So hopefully in the afternoon. I made breakfast, and while making breakfast, I was going to eat my last bagel. It's everything. I was super excited, and then the plate just fell to the floor. The bagel went flying, so I had to discard that and remake the breakfast. So that made me a bit late because, yeah, that happens. My morning, sometimes I have morning clumsiness. Like seriously, like even my brain is like in the morning because I drink like so much coffee. Like my brain in the morning is like an old CPU trying to reboot in the morning. Like it's like, oh, computing. Oh yeah, let's make coffee. Yeah, coffee. Yeah, what do we need to do? Well, what do we move first? And like, it's ridiculous. I think it might be old age, but I wouldn't think that it's old. But yeah, it just feels like that. It's annoying. It's like I don't even know what I'm doing in the morning sometimes. It's sad. It's really sad. But it's part of aging, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, my way to work with my second cup of coffee. I finished Cafe Bustelo. And then I bought Great Value hazelnut coffee. So, but because I didn't have enough Cafe Bustelo to make a full cup of Cafe Bustelo, I mixed it to coffee, so it's like hazelnut flavor Cafe Bustelo. I feel like that would be a thing. Like if somebody wants to make a hazelnut Cafe Bustelo flavor, that would be amazing. But it's not necessary, but it would be amazing if it happens. Somebody comes up with the idea of making hazelnut Cafe Bustelo. I would not be opposed to that. I would commend you to come up with that Cafe Bustelo. But yeah, I finished my last bit of Cafe Bustelo, and then yesterday I bought like cheap Great Value coffee because yeah, why not? Got 2 extra ounces for a little bit less, and because of a small thing still kind of Cafe Bustelo cost. But still, it's in the $4 range. And then afterwards I went to a gym, I worked out, did my workout, or yeah, went to Pump Iron. Because today, this Saturday, at the fitness meal in Utica. The fitness meal in Utica. So if you live in Utica, go to a fitness meal on Saturday to see New York Championship Wrestling, my home promotion, the promotion where I've been there since back in, I would say 2018 it was, yeah. I have wrestled so many times, so I'll be there. I'll be in the Battle Royale. And I still want to know who the hell is Manny Moore. Who is Manny Moore? Like it's good to show up there. I never hear of Manny Moore. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, I'll be at the show, so get your tickets. You still can purchase them online. And then I'll see you all, wrestling fans, people from Utica, at the fitness meal. And definitely it's going to be a great show, and I'm looking forward to see the fans that show up there, and I'm looking forward to win that Battle Royale. I mean, self-taught me that a lot of people. Yeah, I think I got an idea of what it is. Anyway, so back to going to work. Yeah, I'm just still surprised that, like, usually I don't remember if last year we got another snowstorm like around April, but it's surprising to feel to see this weather, like totally unexpected. But This is upstate New York. These are things that happen up here. The weather is like goes up, the pressure goes up, they go down, and now all of a sudden you can get rain, sleet, snow, and all that kind of stuff in one day. So it is what it is. I'm not that upset, but it's a little bit sad though. But it is what it is. Yeah. So last night I went to the gym, and then afterwards I went to get more stuff. So I bought, like, I have a little macaroon obsession. It's like another warehouse in Passover, and a lot of like they bring a lot of stuff that is kosher. One of the things that they bring is macaroons and coconut macaroons. I'm talking about coconut macaroons. Now here's the thing about coconut macaroons. In Puerto Rico, when I was growing up, there was this thing called besitos de coco, and if you're Puerto Rican, you know what it is. It's pretty much a coconut macaron, but we call it besito de coco, coconut kisses, and you could get them, and they were super delicious. And I think I love those type of you could call it candy dessert, and so I forgot it. And then one time I saw they were in a can, and I purchased them, and I didn't realize that it was for Passover. You know, like I have to admit it, I never meet many Jewish people in Puerto Rico, which is sad, honestly, because and unfortunately, because I have to learn later on when I moved to Philadelphia to work, and when I moved to mainland USA, that's where I got introduced to other more cultures that I didn't know existed. You know? So I wasn't fully aware of like the things that are out there. And now in the supermarket, because of that, you see a lot of like they're pushing the kosher products. Even at Walmart, they have the kosher products. So, but the macaroons, coconut macaroons, I was like, oh, cool, this is so interesting. I like the coconut macaroons. I love them. So I've been purchasing coconut macaroons for the past few days. I purchased almond macaroons that also has coconut, but also has almond flavor. I found chocolate macaroons the other day at Walmart, and then yesterday at Price Shopper Market 32, I found the Hispanic section. They have coconut macaroons, but they call it dulce de coco. So they don't call it besitos de coco, they call it dulce de coco. And I purchased some of those. And again, I love macaroons specifically. So I'm super happy that I got coconut macaroons. And I've been eating them at night after I eat my dinner. And so definitely super happy that I found them. There were other cuisines that also I didn't get into in Puerto Rico, like for example, like Indian cuisine. I never knew about Indian cuisine until I moved to upstate New York. Yeah, where a friend, my roommates at one point, they were from Montana, but they were from their parents were from India, and they invited me one time to go and eat Indian food, and I was fascinated by Indian food because they use a lot of spices in the cooking. So yeah, and so it's interesting to find this kind of foods that are eaten by or are available for Jewish people to purchase and to eat, you know. And I just somehow, because I'm a food person, I like to try new food, so like I'm purchasing them. But the coconut macaroons, I have tried them in Puerto Rico. I love the coconut macaroons, so like when I see them in the shops, I'm gonna be Jewish, but I love coconut macaroons. I'm serious. I like coconut macaroons. They are delicious. And it's kind of sad that there are not many. I only see them usually around this time of the year, most of the time, which is unfortunate because I could be eating those things every year, all through the year. These are delicious. Coconut macaroons are fantastic. Like if nobody has ever had coconut macaroons, give it a try. They're super delicious. So now I have like 3 different coconut macaroons, so I can try them to see how they taste. And the brand that I found was like Friends Brands, and it was in the Hispanic section, and the one that I found at Market 32. So looking forward to try those and see how it tastes. Maybe I'll see if I can find a way to get like coconut macaroons from Puerto Rico, so that way I can try them too. Because I love Puerto Rican food. I love having food from Puerto Rico, and when I see some brands that come from Puerto Rico to here, I'm super excited to get them. Even the other day I saw Walmart, they brought like, there's a burger can called El Gordito de Marbel, and I saw it at Walmart. It's like they had a box of like the burger of El Gordito de Marbel, which is a product made in Puerto Rico. So Walmart up here in East Greenwich, they have it in there. Interestingly enough, they also brought one time Mount India, but I don't think Mount sells a lot. They also brought the Medalla beer, but I don't think people are familiar with Medalla, so I don't think it sells very well. I saw it taken off the shelves, unfortunately. Which is quite sad because I love Medalla. I like seeing Hispanic products around here. I saw Mount India. I used to see them at the rice shopper Market 32 in Albany, and I haven't seen Mount India in a while there. I have to check a different store, maybe check the shop right in Albany to see if they have some Malta India. Malta is a beverage that is typical that in Puerto Rico we drink. I used to drink it a lot when I was younger, and it's one of those drinks that it's pretty much an acquired taste, because it's a mild beverage. It's super sweet, and not many people drink it, but I like drinking it. It's almost like a dark beer, but it's not beer. And sometimes I like to purchase it because it comes from Puerto Rico, and I like supporting the manufacturing industry in Puerto Rico. Especially when I grew up drinking that kind of beverage down there. So consuming things that are made. I also sometimes purchase. I like purchasing the Puerto Rican bread, the one that you find at Walmart, from Los Indrinas, Pan Sobao. So yeah, I'm a food person. So when I see macaroons, I purchase them. And again, it's kind of sad that I only see the macaroons like being good for sale, mostly during this time of the years, and because I love the macaroons, honestly. Whoever created the macaroons was a great person. And that makes me wonder where the coconut macaroon came from. So because I've seen it being packaged for the Jewish holidays. Makes me wonder the history of the macaroons. Where did it came from? Who made it first? Because it arrived to Puerto Rico too. I mean, Puerto Rico, we have that. I'm kind of surprised about that, in all honesty. So it will be interesting trying to track where the macaroon was created. Like, who was the first person to create it? It's like spices. I get it. I think like for example, the spices that we use in Puerto Rico to season our food. It's because I mean, when you look at history, Christopher Columbus, they were trying to find another route to get to India. And Christopher Columbus, they wanted the spices, so it makes perfect sense. Plus, also Spanish cuisine maybe got influenced by the Moors. At some point, Spain was invaded by the Moors, and they probably brought their cuisine there. So most likely, the Spanish cuisine that we see in Puerto Rico has changed over time. And pretty much our the Puerto Rican cuisine is a mixture because you have African, Taino, and Spanish cuisine. They combined, they created our own cuisine very much. So it's quite interesting in that sense. But the macaroons, I know that macaroons are found in Puerto Rico, so I'm curious to see where that came from. So how brought it to the island? I'm just curious. How did it arrive to the island? And like I said, it's difficult for me to say because I'm pretty sure there will be Jewish people living in Puerto Rico, but I unfortunately can't recall meeting anybody Jewish when I was living in Puerto Rico, unfortunately. And if I did, maybe nobody told me about it. I'm pretty sure they existed. I'm pretty sure there were people from Puerto Rico that are Jewish or from Jewish family. Or I'm not 100% sure that I may have met people in Puerto Rico that were from Jewish family. I don't remember. I can't recall. It's a possibility, but again, I am not sure. Especially because in Puerto Rico, I grew up in a Catholic family. And I went to a private Catholic school, and I also went to a private Christian evangelical school. So my views were a little bit skewed. And most of the religion that is predominant in Puerto Rico is Christianity, unfortunately. But I know that there are other religions, and I knew that there was a mosque the areas nearby Puerto Rico. So I know that Muslims were living in Puerto Rico, so I'm pretty sure Jewish families were also living in Puerto Rico. But I think I can't remember meeting anybody. It's sad. It's really sad when you think about it, honestly. I'm sorry about talking about this, but it's something that I needed to talk, honestly, because when you don't get introduced to a diverse culture, you can become biased and you can become ignorant, and unless you educate yourself, then you will not know a lot of things, Like I read an article the other day about Passover, and even though I'm not a practicing religious person, I found it interesting to read about Passover, what it meant. To get more feedback about what that means for what that holiday means, and what food people are allowed to eat and all that kind of stuff. So those are things that I'm curious about. I have even eaten matzos too. That was like, oh, I want to try the matzo, One of the things that I discovered is that matzo reminds me of salted crackers. So my grandmother used to eat a lot of salted crackers. She would purchase a aluminum foil can full of salted crackers. Eating that. So salted crackers, we used to eat them in Puerto Rico because of my grandmother. Yeah. They tasted alright. They're okay. fun similarity is that it's just interesting. I just find it interesting about like similarities between food and cultures and different cultures having similar food. To me, it's fascinating. It's quite interesting. It's one of the things that makes life more interesting, you know. But like right now, like after seeing the macaroons being like my culture and I prepared in here, like I'm now curious as to where the macaron, how come the macaron came from. I want to know more. I want answers. I want to explore more where that delicious candy, if you want to call it candy, baked good, this is baked, came from, honestly. And personally, I think I would like to learn how to make macaroons, coconut macaroons, because they're super delicious. How do you make coconut macaroons? Is there a way to make coconut macaroons? Can I teach myself how to do it? Will I be able to teach myself how to do it? Yes. So yeah. Anyway, I hope that I wasn't. I was being careful was what I wanted to say because I didn't want to sound stupid. But in the end, I needed to talk about this because that's where I found the coconut macaroons. But I love coconut macaroons, and I hope that if you are a person that have never tried coconut macaroons, you give it a try because they are super delicious and they taste fantastic. And I know there's a company. I was looking at the back at the label of one of the macaroons that I purchased. It was the brand Managed I don't know. I apologize if I said it wrong. Managed and they made other ones. They make red velvet macaroons. I want to find that one. So if anybody see a red velvet macaroon can somewhere and you want to get in touch with me, let me know because I would love to try macaroons. I have like 2 cans right now. I have the package that I found from like Hispanic, the Dulce Coco. So I'm gonna be making a video blog talking about macaroons and tasting and seeing which one I like and what flavor each of them has. Because I found it super interesting. I don't know why, but I do find cocoa macaroons how delicious, how interesting, and yeah. Anyway, that's all I got. Peace everybody, stay safe, and give it a try to the coconut macaroons because they are delicious. You're going to like it, I guarantee.